Hi, I just, you have to forgive the horrible sounds. We have smoke in our area. We're in Northern California, and we have 1,800 forest fires all around us, and they're all contributing to our atmosphere in very strange and interesting ways which are not conducive to breathing. So I'm going through these wallets here, and for instance, I've got this stuff here, which is this is one particular one. Here's the working charm: angelic guide charm, the heal charm, 37% is working. WSA, got one WSA here. You cannot stack WSAs. Okay, bad shit. Minus 37%. You want some minuses. Badness 37%. Stupid neurons. Charm minus. You want far fewer stupid neurons. Assholes. You don't want as many assholes. You don't want to be an asshole. So just 37% less asshole. That's also 25 less 25 self-pity, 25 less to selfishness, and minus 15 to self-esteem, which is kind of vain. Bad habits, plus 13 to self-remembering, plus 20 to awareness, and minus 13 to sleep. So it all makes sense. Okay, so here you have Gem's armor and Gore's tread over here, an amulet of Woofy, and there's WSA charm there. There's a Shire belt, a helm. There's the jaunty dagger here, which you might want. There's the ring of Melvin, and so forth. Then I also have, let's see. Besides these, I have some custom pieces that I've been working on, and these just recently got, a couple of hours ago, got cast. This one here I can't discuss with you unless you're going to go into the higher levels of stuff, and you've got to prove that you're in there and so forth. You know, the usual things. Well, here, so I have, here's some WSAs. You can see the differences between these would be the attributes. They're both plus 6, which is what you would be using right now if you're in normal, which I think you are, if you're playing Urth Game. If you're playing any other game and you're not in, I'm not, well, let me see, how can I put that? If you're in the Urth Game, you need this stuff, first of all. Here's Ashes of Melvin, 13, this is plus 3 to Necro skills, 12 to all attributes, plus 35 to Magic Find, defense of 201, which is excellent. Elephant shit, which gives you plus 3 to memory, 35 to power, and 30 to anti-lion.
Anti-lion? There are no lions around here.
See, it's working already. Then there's Cutlery of Gorbag, which is there's plus 35 to penetrate, plus 60 to ignore defenses. It's a weapon. You can see the weapon here. You know, there it is. Yeah, and it's plus 350 to find Coconut Bliss, which is what I make my sundaes with. Shield of Melvin. 2 different kinds of Shields of Melvin. The resists are the same, but this one happened to cast out at plus 48 to block, plus 3 to skills. This was plus 2 to all skills, but 2 to summoning, which is an interesting cast. So sometimes you find a Necro item that crosses over into Zon. This, in this case, happens to be a Pally item that crossed over into Necro. Kind of a fun item, fun way to go. And that's what I got to show you. So you're going to go over to eBay and look under, gosh, what would you look under? I guess Urth Game, URTHGAME. And under Urth Game, you'll find objects and items that are available to you to fight over. And you should, because these things take a long time to make, and they're very difficult. I'll show you how one of these is made. And if you feel like making your own, I can care less. Although I am in it for the money, it's not this chump change I'm in it for. Here we go. Yes, but I am in it for, in the long haul. I'm in it for the money because I found a way to take it with me. What I do, I leave it to myself Then I run around and respawn for 3 or 4 times. And when I'm running around and respawn, somebody will invariably ask, "What are you doing, Gorbag?" And I'll say, well, oh, hey, just a second, let me get this thing going. There it is. Okay, good. I sign it, and I identify it, like that, and then I'm going to sand it down. That's what all this missing stuff, including my fingertips, is all about. Yeah, because your fingertips, yeah, see this stuff come, it just goes right down. Yeah, terrible. Wow. Pain. Okay, there's the metal piece there, and then that metal piece gets put into one of these. Matter of fact, what this is, I won't do this yet, because what I must do is cast this. And in casting it, I find out its attributes. And then I also find out the extent of those attributes, the height or depth of those attributes. And those are entered in, duly entered in. I could have gone through all this trouble for a lousy +1 to defense. I have no idea what this is going to cast like, okay? As soon as I find out what it's going to cast like, I put it on here. That's what this is about. This cast, +3 to all skills, +2 to summoning, +35 resist all, and defense of 1200. That's what it cast. Not what I made up. It's what it cast. So when this is cast, I'll enter the information on the thing. It's a lot of trouble to go through for $1.98. Okay. Okay, YouTubers, I'll see you later. Don't forget, what are you looking for? You're looking for Urth Game. You'll never forget the name, Urth. Okay, you can't remember. It's a name. Believe me, it's going to be a hard name to forget when you get out there after it's all over, and you start thinking about, what am I doing out here? You know, what was I doing in that thing, and that sort of stuff. You know. Meantime, there you are out there, and you're trying to remember, what was the name of that game I was in? Oh, Urth. How's it spelled? URTH. UrthGame.com. Yeah.
Vapor.